Just looking for something. I'm waiting before I begin. I perhaps by chance pressed the start button before I should have. So really, this is like before the baseball game starts, or this is like the practice session. You're in for the practice. Oh, we gotta start the likes. Yeah, we got to put up this is the practice session right now. Really, nobody's here. So if you snuck into the stadium or something, I haven't even got dressed for the show. You're sort of like backstage. So if it seems like I'm not saying too much, then what I'm saying right now is too much because I can't prepare while I talk to nobody who shouldn't be there. You're probably just the ghost that saw something I didn't see, that while something was getting created, you noticed something that happened that I didn't notice, but I still created everything. And you came up and you go, "Excuse me, mister, you forgot this on the floor." I say, "Okay, wow, look what we found. Life. Look at that. I got my mother, my father, and now I got me, and that's my sister and my brother. Whoop, must have lost my brother. I must pick one up again. Maybe I'll get a fake brother. You know that? Whoop, whoop, oh boy. Now I disappeared. Now I got the mother and the father. I got the sister and the other brother, or the fake brother, or what was the brother, or maybe that's the NPC replaced my real brother. So hold on a second. We're going to have to set this back up again. So let's see now. You know what just happened in this part here? I just replaced my father in this position over here. You know why? In this position over here. This is 6. This is 6. That's all we have is 6, right? We have 6. Actually, we have 8. Not going to talk about that. Okay, I'm fooling around. I'm not ready. Okay, just let me get ready. Okay, put this away. Can't put this away. This is with us for how many more months? 6 or 7 more months. The snake, the split tongue. What does that mean? Does that mean we have to look at every word, okay, from different angles? Or that when the word comes in, either from the left or the right, and even the center, it goes right down into the same stomach. And over the period and time of the year to get to the end, right? You know, we have to have the cycles of the year, right? We have to have the first part of the year, the second part of the year, the third part of the year. Oh my God, what happened to the fourth part of the year? Oh well, it's going to get cold. There ain't no fourth part of the year. Stops at 3. It's a corridor. Between 3 and 4, you go between the heart of the cube. You meet at 3.5. How's everybody doing? I see there's LME over here. Don't cut your fingers off. Right? Right? Like when you're driving or something. Woo! Hey, there we go. Okay. We have Bit It. Well, that's why I said it. If you Bit It. Yeah, hey Bit It, how you doing? If you have any questions, you want to come up, this is the time. I'm fooling around a little bit. I'm still working off that gem I don't even know his name, you know? Wow, that was wherever this person got it. Okay, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay? That's one thing about TikTok, okay? The genuineness of somebody when they explain where it comes from, what it means, and gives you the 360 of something, irregardless, okay? We all got our information from somewhere. We pieced it together. We orchestrated it. This gentleman I just saw, I have to figure out where the name is. What I'm doing in my work, he has put like a good 75% of it together. And I know it's going to be like nothing to put the rest together. You know, took everything that was individual pieces, put it around in a circle, because that's what running here. It's a circle of life. It's going in 360. What's happening inside of 360? What's happening inside 540? What's happening at 720, the tetrahedron? What's happening at 9 times 720 becomes the dodecahedron. When you come to the icosahedron, it becomes 8640, which is actually the same diameter or distance, something to do with the sun, 8640, which is only what is twins of 432. 432 or 4320 is what is 144 times 3 or 1440 minutes in a day. Times 3 days is 432. You add the fourth day, you go from trinity of connecting 3 musical notes, okay, to adding on the fourth or the fourth side or part of the ring or flipping trinity upside down or starting over again and connecting 4 points or the movement of 4 as to how the fire, earth, water, and air move around with numbers. And it doesn't matter to me in this game if someone says man created it. Part of the game is everything man created. If you want to go back a little bit, you cut the umbilical cord, you came into this world. How did you create without the breath? Whose air is that? How do you know? You tell me you don't want anything in your body, right? Well, then what about the breath? So good, that breath. Oh my God, it's like water. It's like something to do with water. Number 67, the bridge of 1661, 1991. AI, Aries on both ends. Have you ever looked at the deck of cards and try to figure out why the ace card, the 3 card, the 5, and the 9 all have one of the suits, right? One of the images, a suit. In the game of cards, they call it a suit, right? Oh, in French, they call it un suite. And when you say it, it's like the SWIT, and this is still the IT. So what is the SU? It is the 19th and the 21st letter. What is in between is the T, and inside the musical notes, they were talking how T and then TT comes together. First of all, there's 6 sides on this cube, but there's only 3 reverse sides. So therefore, if you're using 1 and then 2 on the ring going around, there's a pole here and a pole here. And then there's a pole north and south. There are 3. At the end of that, for those who were here and spoke about 79.333, 9 times 7 is 63. 9 plus 7 is 16. In its own, it creates its own equation. I like to do this at least 3 times before, I like to do the equation at least 3 to 4 times before it reaches the point of recycling. Not all numbers recycle at the same point. 3, 6 recycle at the same point. 9 cycles in its own way. 9 belongs to the house. It's like taking everything out of it. You know what I'm saying? I took out, what you got? You got 8 and 1? Yeah, I got 8 and 1. You? I got 2 and 7. And you? I got 3 and 6. What you got? I got 5 and 4. What about you? I got 4 and 5. What about you? I got 6 and 3. What do you mean you got 6 and 3? I got 3 and 6. Well, you got 6 and 3. I got 3 and 6. You know what I'm saying? Because on a cube, 3, 4, 5, and 6 duplicate. Only 1 and 2 do not, and neither do 7 and 8, the ones you do not see. How can you know what you do not know if you do not create from within what you have before you? See from what is elsewhere as what can be like, and if it is, call it the same, and then interchange the two and make it a game, so that it's fair amongst all and all that share, that there shall be no cost and no secrets. Because if there are secrets, then there are lies. And if there are secrets, okay, it's in an entity of building something to share. Where are we? Why are we here? They say we are the students of Yo. Yo, bro. Bro, 35. Famo, 35. Fa, 7. Mo, 28. What is 4 times 7? What is 4 times a quarter? Makes Fa and Mo come together in bro. Within the bookend harmonics of 51, also notice what is Mars Puck. Could be also as the queen and the stick. I'm just going to add that in. 4, 3, 2, Mo, Fa, Bro. So during the musical instrument that I was on before, right? And I knew this number before. I mean, I go over a lot of numbers. Sorry about that. I go over a lot of numbers, and thank you. I go over a lot of numbers. So when I see somebody else doing numbers, I mean, my forte, my strongest point is not where I am now. It's when I'm on somebody else's channel listening to something that talks about the alphabet or numbers or words. And because of how the algorithms work and because, I mean, I wrote them down, you know, how they work. I mean, I can't forget that I woke up this morning in the AM. I could have woken up in the PM, but regardless, I still woke up. So I know that word woke up, okay, is still a word. It's a WOKE. And if you can agree on it, it's a word itself, right? So you got 4 letters. Every letter has a reverse alphabet. There are 4 letters, 4 by 27 reverse alphabet. It equals to 108. 108 times 4 is 432. The harmonic beat is at 108, and it is not at 110. 110 by 4 is equal to what is 440. What is 4 times 27 equals to 108? What is 3 times 36 equals to 108? What is 2 times 54 living in the house of the golden sun equals to 108? And what is 1 times 108 equals to 108? That when the heart of one lives between the 8 of all. So when you say octo for 8 and October for the 10th month, bringing on what is the 10th moon, what is the 9th moon, and the first moon, bringing on the birth into the life and the breath in Capricorn from Aries, connecting Sagittarius into the house. When Sagittarius comes into the house, it takes up the heart position or the 5th position or the 5th harmonic, and it runs around in 8 positions, of which when you add them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, equaling to what is 10, to what is above, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, to what is 30. Now you have the house of thirds runs 3 by 36. Unlike the house of quarters, which runs 4 by 27, it is the same corridor. The total is 63 to run that corridor, which is 3 by 21. The cube runs by the 21 dots, which is 6 times 3.5, equaling to 21. There is no 7. The only reason 7 and 13 exist is because, wait, 13 by 6 is 780. Is 78. 13 by 7 is 91. The systems connect between what is 78, 1 through 12 equals to 78, and then 1 through 13 equals to 91. And this is when you connect up your clock with the 12th hour and the first hour is going to equal to 13, right? But if you take the 11th hour and the first hour, it equals to 12. This is the difference between the feminine and the masculine. I use these rules that the Hebrews use, that when they put at the age of 12 for the bat mitzvah, and they use the age of 13 for the bar mitzvah. When I see the age of 12 and I look at 12, I go, I got a deck of cards over here, and look at that. I got the 13th card. No, not in all the games. But when I get the cards like that and I get them, I take them out, I see the aces first. But the ace can be last. So you also have the queen, that is the 12th card. When you add up 1 through 12, it equals to 78. Coincidence? When you add up 1 through 13, it equals to 91. The 12th moon of the year is on the 336th day, or what is to be December 3rd. And on December 3rd, it is the 12th month, the 3rd day, creating ABC. ABC 6. You know that ABC, 1 times 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 plus 2 plus 3, okay, is 6, making 66, like for the 66 stories we just had from Mr. Music. Where is that, Mr. Music? Just give me a second. I still didn't start yet. Well, yeah, actually, I'm going. Just give me a second. I need a drink of water. I need to, what was I looking for? Just give me a second. Oh, yes, I'm looking for the gentleman's name. How do you find this? Following, 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 following. Rockadial? No. Following, following. Oh, maybe let's go to friends. Well, it'll be the same thing. Oh my God. Real friend, fake friend, NPC, DNA, friend with no name, resurrection, his one, this one, that one. Bum, bum, bum. Hold on, I'm looking. But I'm not having an easy time. Does anybody remember the name and want to share that name with me? Oh, and they sent me a message, so it has to be in my messages. So how do I go there? Okay, my inbox. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Here it is. Here it is. If I can put my alphabet like this guy did it, we have solved the mystery. This machine is the coming back of exactly the Edna machine. This is the Edna machine. We can turn it into any shape we want. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what shape you turn it into, or wherever I put this, right? There's two things to remember: the surface area itself, the air you breathe, no matter where you move anything, no matter where you move anything, you're not bringing this with you. What you can't see. And who told me this? My cat. The cat knows where it wants to be, where it doesn't want to be. But for some reason, if I put a food in front of it, if it doesn't have a large scent, cat doesn't even know it's there, even if it's looking at it. All these interpretations that we have lived by, that I have lived by, okay, I use all these elements. The window here, I should just put up a sign in the back saying Roblox. You enter into a game. When you see this gentleman's work running, this is which way would I say this is the game in movement? This is your planet Earth. These are the algorithms right now on the planet in front of you. You do not understand them. Do you want to understand them? But know this: they are perfect and aligned with the alphabet to tell a story that Earth and Mars are in full association. In full association. And if you want to make the difference, you want something to matter, and you have to make the right individual choice. Just like when you were 12 and 13, you made that individual choice. At what point was there the coercion beyond your parents? At what point? There's a change going on in your life between 12 and 13. And for those who said teen, it's the first time you are. When you reach the age of teen, you are in the house of area space 44. Trinity, 4 by 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 16 and 8, 2/3 and 1/3 of 16 and 8, 24th for the 24-hour day of the dividing of the seventh gate. 114, 2 by 57 in the Quran. It is what is 6 by 19. What is 19? The heart, the chai. When they say the chai is 18, well, the heart is the 19th area controlling 6. What is of 18 is 6 and 12 equaling to 18. And that is the heart when the cube sits in this position. It is 12 and let me say it different. It is what is not touching the ground as, how do I say this? Okay, let me hold it this way. All that is on the edge is 12. All that is on the corner okay, is 8. It is 8 and 12 coming together. It is unlike what is 7 and 13 for the running of the 13 moons and the 7 days, or what is like 6 and 14, where the sun comes to a split in the spirit of 76 between Earth and Mars. Earth is number 7 and Mars is number 6. Mars has no heart, it becomes a window. Earth has a heart and runs the system of seagulls. And when you're running this way, you're not running this way. So if you're running this way, you're running 4, 5, and 6, 8 and 2 are closed. When you're running this way, 8 and 2 are open through 5, 4, and 6 are closed. If you're running this way, you run to 7, 8, and 9 above from 1, 2, 3 below. 7 and 8 and 9 is equals to a total of 24. You pass through what is, I'm just going to use the 5 area because the 5 runs in conjunction with what is 5, 4 to what is 5, 6, 9, 11. So the 5 separates what is the above and below when you're going in this fashion. If you're going, like I said, in this fashion, you'll use the 4 and 6, right? So, but in the same instance, you still need the 5 to pass between the two sides. If you want to pass up here, okay, you're going to have an FM over here. You're going to have a CFM, which is a cardinal, a fixed, and immutable sign. This is the conjunction not only of the constellations, but also of your musical notes that when you go and watch Music is Magic, at one point he will talk about this. Not because I know anything about music, because I know nothing about music. In fact, I don't really know too much of anything at all. I'm just showing you how the stuff is connected. So what can I know? I mean, I didn't make the calculator. I didn't make the alphabet. I didn't call this a snake. I didn't say it was curled up, right? Imagine like this. I go around 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then I ran through the winter cycle. You know what I'm saying? And how long is this snake really? So how many snakes does it take to run this distance? 1,461 days. Zip, in order to complete the cycle. 4 years wrapped up into what is, when you go to the ruler, if everything works at 12, every 12 years you have advanced 4 years. That's this story. The thing about this is one of the things is that when you say the word 4, it becomes fourth, right? Just like when you say 13, right? It starts with the teen. So the 13 is 1 and 3 and 4, and the 4 is fourth. Before that, it is third and second and first. In this realm, they're one of a kind. They're one of a kind, this realm. And when the 3 joins the cubic world, although it's one of a kind, it also has other attributes to it. In fact, this becomes a 3 cubic. It becomes a 27 area space. In order to create the 27 area space, although it's 3 by 3 by 3, it is 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals to what is 18, equals to what is 9, and it totals to 27. Or if you want to go 270, that would be 3/4 of what is 360 degrees, or an opening to what would create the letter C, giving us the opening. The birth closes the opening, adds on another 90 degrees or 9, or what is an equivalent to 9, 18, 27, and 36 all added together equals to 90. Now all we're missing is the 45. 9 plus 18 is 27, plus 27 is 54. 54 plus 36 is 90. But in the same understanding, it's A, B, C, D. E is the fifth one. So when we're counting in fifths, look at that. 45 represents the mother. Alex the Great, how you doing? How'd you like to come up? I don't know where everybody is. Makes no sense. So, anyways, regardless of that fact, this over here, okay, is 9 times 45. Sorry, 9 times 5 is 45. The average divided by 9 equals to 5. Now, what does that say? Is that when you're running with this area space, I have a 9 area space. I take the 9 area space and I move it over here. So if I show you the center area here, look at that all around. And I got 3 here and 3 here, right? Well, take a look. It's the same thing. It's just this is smaller. Rubik's Cube. Look at it, Rubik's Cube. Become a professional. Bring it up a level. Let's go to Rubik's Cube. So let's take a 2-minute break. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna take one 2-minute break here, just to have a glass of water to charge up a little bit. Just no more than 2 minutes. I'll put on a song if you don't mind, and we're gonna connect this thing because I know this gentleman here. He was one of the first ones who went at a proper speed. He showed everything aligned. I know he has. I know he's gonna look back over his work. And he's going to say, oh my God, I missed this. Oh my God, I missed this. Oh my God, I missed this. Stuff that doesn't even exist right now because they're an in-between association of a vibration telling an alternative story within the beat. Okay? It's how the beat builds you up. It's how the beat builds you down through the stroke of just one string within the period of time that elapses within whatever you want to call however music works. I know. It happens all the time. I mean, do you want to see something? I'll show it to you. I can prove it to you right now if you can grasp this. You plant the seed in the garden and 3 months later you see a result. But all the time you don't see that action. But if I can show you everything on screen, what is actually happening, how amazed would you be if I sped it up? Well, this is what I do with the alphabet. And this is what magic does with his music. Right? We're showing you how it comes to be the note, how it reaches the harmonic of you. How that when somebody speaks or looks or is angered at you or is pleasant with you, that when someone says to you, I had a horrible day, it should be the words, I had a substandard day. I had a day that could be different than others, other than using a direct minimum or maximum adjective or what do you want to call it, verb to express that day. They each have a different harmonic. We have different personality traits, different ways we have learned and taught ourselves to accept the words and expressions of others. The tentative ear that intakes all that one other says, and while it intakes, it's thinking about it maybe at the same time so it doesn't forget, thinking about what somebody else says, and then the other person keeps on talking and says to you right away, what do you think about the whole thing? When at no point in time over a 20-minute period did they give you a break to try and remember anything that they said other than something at the beginning or at the end, and then they'll say, that's all you had to say. How much can we retain? When is the punishment a punishment? Remember, Alpha 1, Beta 2, they get the 2-minute penalty in hockey. The game is on ice, and the halfway point is in the middle of the period at the 30-minute mark. Basketball, it's at the 24-minute mark, but that's okay. Because when they go under the hoop, what do they run? 6 seconds under the hoop, but then they take a 3-point play to get the father and mother moons and throw beyond the arc. 12-minute periods, putting together the game, 1.25 times the difference, the extension and the association of the cubic world, making up 1.25 days after the 364th day, equaling to 365.25, ending the complete cycle in the 4th year, or running a 1,440 plus 6 by 3.5, 21 days, because it's a cubic cycle that you're running. It's a metrics, changing from the imperial to the Canadian gallon, over to the liter, over to the kilometers, and all your speeds and your temperatures. All these are diagrammed very easily. I can show them all these numbers and the harmonics in it. I don't match them all up, but with magic here, I can start matching up a whole lot more. And we got to send this out to everybody. Everybody has to have this at their fingertips, because once you start to believe that there is a creator out here, okay, everything starts to change. Okay, once you know there's been honesty, people that have shared with honesty, you're going to perhaps learn how to think, how to direct yourself, and why you're choosing. And you know what's easy? It's an individual choice. What are these choices that you're going to want to make? No comment. No comment. This is the Knights of the Round Table. When they talk about the flesh, it's an arrow. An arrow is like the flesh. And when I know the flesh is there, I have to watch out for the mouse. The mouse and the elephant. Why is the elephant afraid of the mouse? Is it because of the flesh? The elephant has a very pea brain microprocessor. The elephant has watering holes in such specific places, okay, that it dictates something to do with storage and memory, microprocessing memory. Where did I get this information? And what the problem is with some of my work now, thank God I downloaded a lot of it, and a lot of it is just mathematical. And I don't think they're going to take away this from you, although they began. I don't think they're going to change Earth and Mars, although they took away Pluto. But Pluto did its thing. It stood here for 76 years till 2006, and in 2006 it was gone. My project started at 2005, so I was there for the last year of Pluto. Pluto, Pluto, 84, 3 by 28, running the cycles of 28. Do you know why 3 cycles of 28? Because we must run this cycle around 3 different mother moons, the 2 moons of Mars and the 1 moon of Earth. Even though the Mars moons don't run the same numeric cycle of us, it doesn't matter. It's dictating a scenario, and the scenario says 3, and we have to do all 3. Also to note, just like the tetrahedron, okay, I don't have it here, or it's broken. But just like the tetrahedron, you have your 3 sides, and the leap year, right, turns it onto the 4th side, that you run your next 3 years, that you turn it onto your next side, you run your next 3 years, you turn it onto your next side, you run your next 3 years. Now your cycle begins the new 16-year cycle. 17 is on your first 1/3 of your next cycle. And 3 by 17 is what creates your first vibration. So when I'm doing this, I'm creating a track around the zodiac. This over here has 3 sides and 3 sides. But when I hold it this way, I have 4 sides. If I hold it this way, I have 4 sides. Just 1 second, someone's buzzing me and I never hear noise, and I'm just hoping everything's okay wherever it is. Oh, God. Wow, that was too crazy. Hold on. This is too crazy. Hold on. This is too crazy. Hold on. Wow, that was whatever. M. Wow, that was not, I didn't want to see. I just saw something I don't like. It was, when you drag this down, right? And then here, it showed me a 1 word of 4 letters, and then it only showed me 1 letter. The 4-letter word was a description. The 1-letter word had only it had M dot dot. Now, M has a lot of meaning to it. M is the 13th letter. It's also 1,000. The reverse alphabet of M is what is 14N. Oh, that's a good note. One of my friends is comfortable, and I'm just talking about the N for Nick, right? Nick and Cinders and Cinderella. That was the name I was looking before. Cinder. Yeah, every one of the if you're reading Dr. Seuss, if you're talking about Cinderella and all those nursery rhymes and shows, Beauty and the Beast, regardless of what it is, Dr. Mario, all of these can be implicated into the revelation of creation through the indoctrination to the understanding that every single letter will be in a position in the word. Every single word will have a number of letters. Every letter will have its own value and can get its alternate value by doubling or tripling up the letter or doubling or tripling up the word. Not by my rules, Scrabble. Scrabble gave me the opportunity to also note that I can follow the game of Scrabble and change all the letters and all the numbers to give me an alternative story within the word. I'd like to have a 360-degree story, and I want to share it. There's no patents in what I do, and there never will be a patent. I, like music, have been not been working for most of the last on and off for 20 years. One of them is it because of this? No. A lot of it is by choice. A lot of it is by choice and logic. Then when you weigh the balance and the mental disabilitating reactions I get from every boss that I seem to be confronted with, okay, there's always 1, 2, or 3 dilemmas. And the fourth dilemma, okay, of all 3 dilemmas, okay, and the fourth part is the D. It's A, B, C, I can handle. I can handle 2 of the 3 problems. But when the fourth problem is affected, the first 3 will not outweigh whatever mental issues I acquire. And that fourth problem is if I can't do this work at home, right? Okay, and what I believe, okay, is going to be more of a relaxing harmonic for my own personal, organic feeling of goodness in this world, right, is to be in this position that they have lowered the bar, okay, upon us by having more angles of having deception, pressuring us in more than one angle until we burst out, because that's what happens when you boil and you overheat, you steam. What is it, eyes of coal? Is that what it is? Was it eyes of coal? Eyes are diamonds. Diamonds split up. What is the color? What is the light? The color, the light, the harmonic, the vibration, the light socket. The eye is a socket, right, for an eyeball. And we also have a fisheye. April 1st communication. 91st day. On the 92nd day, okay, it is the, April 2nd. But in a leap year, okay, it's April 1st. 2992. Not going to talk about it. Got to take a break. I need 5 minutes. So, yeah, if you're out there waiting, please just give me less than 5 minutes. It'll be less than 5 minutes. Just give me a minute. Yeah, just overwhelmed with what went on, Okay, so just 1 second. What was I looking at? Why do I always feel like I don't want to make anybody wait? I don't want anybody to wait. And if you're going to write something down, if I don't answer you, I don't blame you for leaving. Hold on to it. Maybe when you come up next time or send me a personal message and say, hey, I've got questions for you. So I'll write them down and then I'll say, okay, I'm doing a live. I've got 20 people who want to come up asking me questions. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? We can look at that. It's also what is the M and the W are, it's a rung. There's a rung between them because what it is check this out, okay? NOPQRSTUV, 9. See that? Because it is between M and W, an area space that 9 can live. W is actually outside running the split gate. M runs into the heart of the gate, and the V, okay, is what joins the gate. But it's not the whole V. It's just a pinion of the V, like the M McDonald sign. the way it comes around, and then it connects the two to the V part that connects the left to the right, where Aries now comes in, the head of Aries. You know, they say the father, okay, Aleph is the oxen, the Aleph letter. Yet the oxen is the second zodiac sign, meaning that the head of Aries takes up both to the left and the right of its own sign, possibly being that Aries is part of what is Pisces to what is a part of Taurus. And will it go any further? Will Aries run into a Gemini? 1 + 2 = 3. And will Aries, you see, because we're not living on that side, we're living on this side. So although we're balancing off to this side, if we move 1 over to this side, we're moving 2 over to this side. If we're moving 2 over to this side, we're moving 4 over to this side. One left, 2 right, or vice versa. We can also call this Western. So it will be what is 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, and then the ocean, 5, 10, the mother of the ocean, the power of the ocean, the harmonics of the oceans. If this wasn't an ocean, then what you see in the background isn't there. Because you're looking between here, like at what point am I actually touching the paint? Am I touching the paint anywhere? Do you see me? Do you see my hand full of paint? Am I touching that paint? Where is my hand touching that paint? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Am I touching it? The space between us is that space. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, let me put on this one song. Sorry. Bathroom time, everything else, get a drink, put on the hot water. No, put on the cold water, make it hot. Woo, baby. Yeah, I plugged her in. You know, when I plug in 1111, it's the 11 plug plugging into the 11 wall. One is sticking out. The other one is, well, a place for it to stick in. 2 at a time. You know what I'm saying? But they only got 1 cord. 1 cord, 2 for the 2 houses. The 108 into the wall. Not the 110. You know what the difference is between the 440 and the at 27.5. Oh my God, there's so many things we didn't do in the last video. 23.5 was mentioned in Magic. I can do that. 23.5 is, well, we're in that time right now. It's halftime. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay, yes, Suno. Suno AI. Suno AI. Just give me a second. Give me a second. You'll have to sign in. Create. Am I here? Oh, here at home. Library. It's the first time I think I'm seeing this library on my own computer. So I have a bunch of songs. Oh, my playlists. Okay, let me see where I got the most. Wow, I only got 18. Okay, do you want to see or listen to, boy. I think this one. Hold on, I have to see if I can get the, hold on. I have to get the words. Oh, I think I got it now. Hold on. Hold on. I hope this works.
Here's a rough draft of this song, blending your thoughts into a rhythmic and lyrical form. What do I want to know? Tick tock, the clock never stops, telling me to send hearts, telling me to drop, telling me to share, telling me to sign. Every word checked like the tune in my mind. Was it like this 80 years ago? New words, new rules, what do we really know? History whispers, but does it repeat? Or are we just numbers marching to the beat? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? 3 by 3 time turns in its dance. Zodiac shift, is it fate or just chance? The chicken lays eggs, the cycle repeats. Numbers and patterns beneath all our feet. Am I old or just wide awake? Are my thoughts too deep or is this all fake? I've heard stories, I've seen the signs, but tell me, have you opened your mind? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land?
Hi, I'm Mr. Taz, here to explore anomalies, questions, and so much more.
So tell me now what's on your mind. Let's write the song of the undefined. Now, for the visual representation, I'll generate an image reflecting these themes, questions, anomalies, time, control, and cycles. Stay tuned.
How's everybody doing? Okay, welcome, welcome. Okay, I can invite you up now. I mean, I just have a million stories, so just want to be quiet. I mean, it never stops. I'm just always afraid that. How you doing? Good day. You are up. Oh, they left. Somebody came up. Somebody left. Anybody else want to come up? Hello, Spicy Junior Van City Real. Well, you know when I see VC Real, right? I mean, it's right away. It's like right away comes to me VC Real. What's a VC Reel? Is it a VHS reel? You know what I'm saying? Right? What's so real? So, and then you look at it and you say, Lee, L-E. So you begin with the R and you end with the L. So you got the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. You got the A, right, which is straddling over two sides. And you create the E world, which is the I world in between, connecting the two worlds, bringing it to two delta angles. They run on two angles. It goes A, B, C, D. They run an angle. They don't go like this because if it goes like this, you have to have a heartbeat in between. Everybody knows that by now. So here, I'm going to explain to you what I'm saying. Here. This is a game theory. This is what is dictated, okay, that when we look and observe something, okay, we should say just about the same thing. For instance, I pick this up and you look at it and it's a fork. Now, I'd like to know how many people do not see it as a fork. Okay. Do you think how many people in school, okay, if I sent my child to school, my child was 8 years old, how many people would call this a fork? Ah, monsieur, une fourche. So how many languages do we speak with this alphabet? So, where was I? Yeah, I'm not supposed to read. I like it. Nice. Good for you. Excellent. So this is great. So CIL ends with that word. You also got 10. You also got you. You is a completion to something that is a completion to something that is over one of your eyes. Let me read it back to you. 393. CIL is also a paint. CIL, okay, is also in French. It's these things above your eyes. It's the eyelashes. So now we have to have a lash. Now we have an ash. Now we have an H. The 10 and the H is like 810. Now we have October. We have an octagon. Inside an octagon, you can create a ring tying two hexagons together, either left, right, okay, or above or below. I'll show you the design. And U is 21 for the cube. Now the UT coming together is when you're realigning your alphabet to number 7, the seventh gate, I like to call it, right? Is where the 7 brings your 13 together, where it runs 1 through 6, 7, then 6 through 1, then 1, then you create the other a replica to it. When you create the replica, it creates a gap. When you create the gap, your first gap, it creates a plateau or a heart area. If you make 2 gaps, you can have an area space in between, right? And that'll be a window. What 1 gap is a heart space that can only be like this. You can only do this all the way down. Why? Builder's code. When you're using this paper, right? You can draw any way you want, corner to corner. If you want to connect here all the way down to here, to here, to here, that's fine. You can't go any further. 180 degrees tells me you can't go further or lower than so many lines, or so many levels. But let me finish with this. When we look at this, and I need to make fair. Well, first of all, that's not fair to start. I didn't put it in the right spot. Sorry, my eyes. And everything I do, if I can't show it to you in art, I can't do it. And if I can't do it, guess what? Nobody can. Because I only repeat what somebody else has already done. So therefore, so far, everything on this planet has been done by somebody. From the clock, from the sun, from the moon, to the oceans, to the radar, and everything else. The alphabet will tell that story. The 26 letters, the heart at 13.5, the division of the area space and the association of the houses. Let's call it the 3 mothers. I called it the 2 mothers for the mothers of Abraham and Isaac. They brought in the aid with the maid. With the maid, they joined another association. The word maid starts with the letter M. The M is 1,000, is 13. Is it connecting the one association of 6 to 1 to 6? And Abraham joins, okay? Abraham joins Hagar into the house. Or Hagar invites Abraham into her house. The left and the right hemisphere. L for left, 12, to R for right, 18. 1.5 times the difference. L is going to represent what is angle. It is also 12 or 120 degrees times 3, equaling to what is 360 versus what is R right, which equals to 100, which equals to 18, or the plateau when using the compass to create the space, noting or thinking of whether or not you want to use both sides of 18. Are we measuring from the diameter, that 18 across? So it's just giving you, it's a skeleton. Everything I see are skeletons. 12 is not 12, it's 36. Why? You play football? It's 36 inches for a yard. After that, they go inches. So now I'm going to know what they're talking about. And they say they move the field, right? In football, right, you moving the field. Now, what is the front line? How many men on the front line? What do they call these players? Well, this is just another notation of the good Lord leaving us all the information right in front of us. And go back to Mr. Magic, right, with his tuning fork of numbers, the zodiac, and everything else, and understanding that, yes, a circle must be turned into straight lines. Even Microsoft, okay, my computer, I like to use things that are old, things that come in originally. I don't want something that's Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all the lines. Somebody says to me the other day, oh my God, I can't believe it. I go, what? They said they just changed the whole zodiac. I go, great. He says, why do you say that? Before I answered him, he says to me, you know, you don't know what's true. I says, at least you know there's a division now and I can find an algorithm. I says, I'll find out how it works. I'm going to go right back to the beginning. Do you know why I can go back to the beginning? Because all the books are out there. Doesn't matter what's real, right? It's what's real that we're working. The sun will come out tomorrow. And that's all we need to know. Then the sun is numeric value 54. Love is numeric value 54, but there is a difference. When you split the sun, by 3 letters, 54 divided by 3 is 18. When you split it by 4 letters, right, it's 14, it's 13 plus 2. So that means I need the Mars association of their 2 moons to associate the 52 plus the 2 to equal to the 54. So when I get 4 times 13 equals to the 52 plus 2 to equal to the 54, that 13 is also the association of what is the cycle of our 13 moons and what is the value of 076923 equaling to 27. It's 6 numbers. And what is this value and where does it come from? It comes from taking the cube and turning every single number into a 9. And that will become 999,999. I do not know the true way to get there, right? It could be 333,333. Okay, which could be, I can give you other ways, but I'm not going to do that right now with its own reality. But 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. Right? 9 and 3 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 8 and 4 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're looking for 3, I want to know which one you're looking for. Are you looking for 3A, 3B, 3C, or 3D? Or how about 3E? Now with E, right, remember what E is. You remember what the 9's all about. Does anybody know what this 9 is all about? It's 9, but it's not only 9, it's 7. But it's not only 7, it's more than that. There's so much going on. These 9 numbers are the face of this. There's 9 on every side. Think of that. There's 9 on every side. Where do we get 12 from? Where's 12? What is 12? Are there any games that associate the 12 that give reason? I don't know. Perhaps I'll try and find one. From the Casino de la Planète, from the Planet Casinos. This is the Planet Casinos. Anybody want to buy the table? It's worth 200. Can't give it away. It's not mine. I love it. I love it. Just can use the cash. So anyways, I'll also take 10 books, 18 pens, a whole bunch of paint, and some whiteout so I can fix everything up. Oh. Keep your motor running. Get up on the highway. Hey, Fred Flintstone, what you doing? Oh, my God. Are you sneaking into the house again? Are you a musical note? You know the musical note is the ampersand. It's the way to the 7th gate. Don't climb all the way up. I can go all the way down to the apartment below. Just you have to get on the bricks. You see these bricks? Maybe you'll score 3 points in there, right? So you can see the brick here is an H and an I. You can see the way it's an H and an I? All right, hold on a second. Let me get this piece of paper. See if we can write any of this. Yeah, did I ever take that break? Yeah, I did. Just hold on. I'm going to boil the water and find a pen here somewhere. I need these, but in black only, and they have to come from somewhere around the world. Hopefully, at least somebody out of my town. Nobody in my town can get involved. I'm only kidding. Yeah, all my best people are around me. Yeah, I can't find it. That's not fair. And that wasn't fair. That remark I made, I take that back. I'm very biased with that, right? I could be saying something I shouldn't have said. Should we talk about that? Community chest. Oh, my God, look at that, eh? What's that? Oh, my God. 30 from go, 30 days and 4 months, right? And where is it? Oh, it's on the other side. Hold on. There it is. You see, look, there's 2 sides of the game. You see what they did to Earth? They just close it off. And then hold on a second. Let me just turn this out of the way. You see, here's the board they gave us to play on. See the other board? What's happening? See that? We're just duplicating the underneath. See here, go to jail. This one here is free parking. What they're telling you, what they're giving you. Here, it's Marvin Gardens, like in Mars, 28 cycle, 15 to Saturn, electric company of Saturn, 26 letters in the alphabet for the two companies. We run down the Carolinas. We have 300. That's bowling. That'll be all the alphabet, the consonants of the alphabet. That'll also be what is a multiplication of three numbers. Why is it a multiplication of three numbers? Is that when you let's say you do like that and you do that, right? So you go 1 times 1, 1, and then you go 0. 1 times 1, 1, and then you go 0, 0, and then you go 1. So you would have 1, 1, 1, but you would have 0, 0, and 0. Now what just happened, okay, in roulette is they added another one. And now all of a sudden it's 0, 0, 0, 1. This is what's just happened. In the game of roulette, they just did this. Watch. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm working on that also. So, I mean, everything he showed, it looks like we're all finding the same harmonics. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide the truth. You can't hide the truth once you come up with it. So, what are we looking for here? Boy, I forgot what I was looking for. Wow. Here's the orphan roulette. So, yeah, all the separations, right? Wow, they're not giving me what I want to see. They're not giving me videos unwatched. I want orphan roulette picks. Oh. Okay, I'll do it here. I don't know why I have this. I don't even know what this is. Something's wrong. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. So look, here's orphan roulette. 17, 34, and 6. 9, 31, and 14, 20 and 1, 21, 35, 66. 66, 75, 9, 40, 54, 64, 74, 75. So what you did is when you counted one way, 9, 31, 14, 20, and 1, when you stopped at 20, you had 74. When you counted the other way, 1, 20, 14, 31, and 9, right? You counted to 66. So it's between 66 and 74. See, this is the way I do my work. I find out. So let's do this.
Hey, long time no see or hear.
Long time.
How you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. How have you been? Everything has been great. Or so-so.
Great.
But you know what? The end result is we're advancing.
Yes.
We
I
are.
am getting better hours. I get weekends off now, and I've got splits during the day, so I'm off for 4 hours in the afternoons so I can get shit done or sit and do nothing like this.
So do you see where we are right now? We're in the eye of the storm. We don't feel anything. There's a lot of things going on around us. We notice nothing. We're going to be blinded. This is exactly George
Yeah.
Orwell. This is right now we're in the period of where George Orwell's story turns everything into, oh my God, they're doing the streets. Oh my God, they fixed the potholes. Oh my God, I can't believe they put sidewalks. Look, the kids have a daycare. It got cheaper. Oh my God, inflation went down. I can't believe it. I know a lot of people aren't happy that inflation went down next to nothing. The stock market is doing well as they move around the Bitcoin that everybody invested to 3, 4, 5, 10 times the price. That everybody's making money. They're cutting rates, giving away money, and all of a sudden they just drop everything, create all this fake money so they can put it back into
That's
the
why I never went into that fake money shit. I knew it was going to be bad.
Well, what they have to do in order to create something, you have to create something. How do you create something? You just keep blowing into nothing, into a balloon. So
Yeah.
what they need to do, I'll tell you that little story I came up with. Don't forget, everything that has nothing to do with what's real. Okay, this is just in my game. This is like if I'm playing this game, I want to know what I would have to do and what I would do in this game.
Yep. Entertainment purposes only. We're just experimenting, folks.
Right. So right, exactly. So in my game, which is based on the alphabet truth, which is based on these dice cube truth or three dice cube, but when my last friend came over to play, they wanted their own. So 2 and 2. But at the same time, we still had another dice, but this was the doubles dice. So
Oh, hey,
each
I never
had
seen those before. Did you make that yourself or did you find
no,
it?
no, not this one. This one is because I don't have it. It's like,
I didn't know they existed. Well, I guess they existed, but I didn't
well,
know
it's
what they
just
were
a
used
whole-
for.
I mean, they have this dice here.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not. I mean, people look at. Hello. Do you know? Can you write? Can you like in your head? Okay. Can you spell? Can you say this in your head? D is a Roman numeral.
Yeah.
I is a Roman numeral.
I gotcha.
501.
DICE, yeah.
The die is equal to 501. The E, okay, is the number 5, okay, is a representation of ADBC communication amongst the split world. D is 500, 500. 2 houses, 1 birth between. And when I say the A, this is what I keep seeing with the A. Check this out. You know the old glue commercial where they have the hat on and they're stuck to the beam on top?
Yep.
Okay, so what happens? Oh, please. The only time I want someone to be my ruler is now. I need a bunch of these.
Well, I don't see any around.
Oh, no, there's got to be some.
I'm looking around your room. I don't see them, so I can't help you.
No, there are. I had 3 yesterday. Man, every time I leave, I steal them. I'm a thief like that other guy. What's his name? Put me on the cross, but don't cross me. I had a stroke, but it wasn't in my heart. It was on the clock. I didn't say my sock or rock or duck. But I didn't mention we skate hockey. We have a puck. I didn't say a temperature, Fahrenheit to Celsius, transition between the two, miles. Did you know that miles to kilometers is 162 and 2016 Hebrew time is 5776, which is 76 times 76?
I believe you.
Which is the year 2016.
I'm not a math person. That's why I come to you.
Okay,
I'm not a
but
math person.
Right. So even if you're not the math person, just to tell you, this is a 100% mathematical association. In math, when you do it, it works out. The other thing that works out is 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Same numbers. It just works out that there is a platonic solid that goes along with it, and it is this one. It just works out that this one comes to an 812 female platonic 9620. What does that mean? 8 times 12 is 96. It is what is the rotation within the house of 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, because what it does is 3 times 3 equals to 9, 3 plus 3 equals to 6, of what is 96. 96, do we call it yin yang? And you know what I like to do? I think something's wrong in these two words. I think it is yin when it is yin and yang when it is yin. But when it is ying, it is yan only without the G. They move back and forth between the two. It is a yan ying to what they say is a yin yang. And the association of these two numbers, the N and the G, right, Nasera, Jasera, is between the sun and the moon, the opening and the closing of the gates. awake and asleep within the house. The reason for the Y letter coming before the A showing that there are two houses, but we only have a heartbeat within one. One of what is the connection to the electronic soul, in which passes through the moon, and it shouldn't be passing, somehow passes either through the moon or around the moon. But when it does this, what happens
Well,
is
the moon is plasma.
Is it plasma?
The moon and the sun are both plasma.
I'm going to write that down.
I've been learned from observations, and other people have done their science and all that crap.
So can you say plasma is something that can block a hole, like make a flat? If you have a flat, you can use it to block the flat so the air don't come out?
Possibly.
Can you also use it that when you walk
major.
inside of it, it becomes what is part of the air, and it is constantly moving within the gases that we breathe?
Yep, 100%.
Okay, because I want to tell you something. When you see diesel fuel on a hot day being pumped into a tank, you can see it floating into the air, and you can see the separation of the colors. Also, the word plasma, okay, has an association to the spirit, which is to both systems within Sagittarius, which is going to be fluent within yourselves. In this house, we are a full connect to Aries, right? Where our full connect to Aries comes into the house. You know, when it comes into the house, when it touches number 91, it comes into the house as a 2911, which is the Mars moons, which is a Mars birth split. And the reason I'm saying this is because when you say 91 in French, they say 80 and 11. And when you say 11, the only way to get there is a 2 and a 9 is the first way you get there. And after that, it's a 3 and an 8, and then a 4 and a 6, 4 and a 7. And since this is not the first 11, the first 11 is at 11. The next 11 is at 71. And the third 11, okay, is at 91. So let me see. So we have 29 and 38 and 47. That's where the monkey is the 3-8, by the way. The 2-9 is the black, the yellow, the black. Did you know that red and yellow that create the orange is actually 9/11?
Wow. Oh shit. Weird. Okay.
Do you know that if you multiply 9 by 11, it's 99, and 9 plus 11 is 20, and 99 is 119. It's an association of the 20 parts, I think, of the Tzolk'in and the Hab calendar. And what the Hab calendar shows you right in your face is something took me 20 years to figure out. Doesn't mean it's real. It's real in my mind. I created a bread. It was a Kimmel bread. They put the smoked meat in it. It's in the flag of Great Britain.
I was going to say the red and the yellow combined. What does red equal? What does yellow equal?
Yellow
And
is
then
92.
how does it
It's Mars.
come out with
Mars
orange?
soul.
Like what in the
Animal.
universe is comparable to those thoughts?
Hold on, I heard half of it. Give me
okay.
a second. Wow, you sound like a rabbit.
Okay.
Wow, I can't believe it. I don't know if it's your background or something's happening in my phone thing here. Okay.
Well, I have my
check this out.
Bluetooth in my ear.
Check this
I
out.
don't know.
When you see this on this angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be the tilt. Now that I say what I'm saying, it could be the tilt and I could be wrong, right? Or it's when two circles overlay each other. I'm just looking for it. Wow, I can't believe they're not running it here.
Like an eclipse?
Yeah, like an eclipse. You have two spheres over each other, and that's what creates the eye.
Hang on a sec. Not necessarily spheres, remember? Circular objects that we don't really know yet.
Well, no, I don't mean spheres. Sorry. I meant it doesn't matter, anything like that. Anything that's round, even if it's pulled, like pulled pork. You know what I'm saying?
Like those things there are discs. Like what are those called?
I don't know. They're discs, but I'm just looking for the what's it called? Oh, here. I may be here. I need the 20th
Looks
one.
like a gear.
Yeah, that the Jetsons. Okay, this is okay, but look, we have 5. Here we have 10, 11, 12, 13. It ends. No good. Excuse me. Sorry, I should have put that on hold. Oh, sorry. I have a since then.
Syntax. Bless you.
So this is oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here. This is it. That's 20. And I want to tell you something. You see this? This, it doesn't go past 20. They were talking in a previous video. I just want to write this down that when you have the separation between oh yes, it was 13 and 23, right? Which is M and W. Everybody says it's the same. It's not. The M runs this line. The W cuts the line. The W, right, will be running what is 7 over to 2, right? And then it'll run 2 over to 9. It'll create 911. Or if you want to do it somewhere else, we'll go from the 4th position and we'll go over to the 9 and here. And this will be the 9, this will be the 3, this will be 4. So this will be 13 and this will be 7. So when you're connecting your zodiac signs up in the same thing in that music, it's going to connect this way too. This is what dictates. But there's more than that there. So I have to figure, I mean, that's a basic connection. I don't have it all down pat because obviously that's why I'm here. So we can all work together. Right? So has anybody said something in the comments? Can you make people talk or something or read my comments for 2 minutes? I need to take like 2 minutes to
Yeah, no worries. There's only a couple of us here anyways.
But I have a problem
time.
with my grandmother.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Yeah, because you know what? I told her just like the other day, I said, Grandma, I'm going to blow my nose. She says, you dare do that in front of me.
Oh, old people.
There are so listen. Check this out. Would you like to know the alphabet? Check this out. This is too crazy. Here's the alphabet when life begins. A plus B equals.
Pac-Man.
Oh, we can do that too. We can do Pac-Man.
Waka waka waka.
Oh my God! Wait a second. How did you say that?
Waka waka waka.
Wow, is that what's his name? Okay, Weird Al Yankovic. Okay, when Weird Al Yankovic started doing his stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Weird Al. So let me put Weird Al. Okay, and then there was Al's Diner, which is look that up, Al's Diner, if you want to know what I'm talking about today and where I got some of my ideas from.
Happy Days.
Happy Days, Mr. C, Richie, R.I. coming together in Richie, in creation. The R and I are the only 2 letters that are in the same family, and they're created by what is creation itself. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. The 3rd letter is the beginning of that creation, connecting to 6. 2 times the value, unlike the female, which is 4, which is 1 1/4 times the value. 4 and 5 come together is for the sun system, the 2 houses of the sun, where we have the one mother living under the sun, born into the father's house of creation. 3 and 6. The 24th letter, 2 and 4 is 6, is what is that passage gate. And when you put the 2 letters together, you have what?
CX.
Yeah, you have 6. The reverse alphabet of this is equal to what is 324. The corridor to the 2 letters, okay, is what is 423. D and W, C and D, they go through the same corridor. So Mr. Music doing that music, whichever way you connecting this, put this into the equation. But we cannot forget we have 12 zodiac signs. We have 88 constellations. How they all associate in numbers together. It's not before very long.
I just saw. Well, that's the video. That's one of the videos that I sent you. Recently, that if you yeah, there's one of the woman. She connects a lot of the like your inner like your chakras with oh shoot, now I just lost my train of thought, with the planets and the zodiac signs, and there's 88 of them, and there was 88 of something else too. I can't remember the zodiac signs, but it's in that video. Darn, I want to go look for it.
The piano.
Yes, that's
has
it. Yes, 88 piano keys. Yes, that's what she was correlating it with. That's in that video I showed you.
Black keys. Correlation. I like that word. Yes, I hear you when I talk over you too.
That's all right. Yep.
Sorry.
I do the same thing.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Grandma. Put your top back on. Holy damn it. Oh, I'm gonna. Where's Grandma? I'll show you, Grandma. Here she is. Yes, Grandma. Put your top on. I see you're all over the place, Grandma. Do you know, when I think of my grandma, I decided to call my cat Grandma. And Grandma's home all the time and sleeps with me. Grandma even shoves it in my face. You're mad, Grandma, aren't you?
It's too cute.
Grandma, please, Grandma, you know I'm going to feed you every single day, and if it's not me...
You know what's going on through her head? This man is insufferable.
Number 24. This is communication. So communication. I'm just trying to remember what the number was. Yes, 420. The number to the cat is 24. So 4 times 20 is 80. 4 plus 20 is 24. 24 plus 80 is 104. 10-4 communication. You got your ears on?
Yep.
CB radio, BC, where B and C connect to what is A and D, where B and C equals to what is 3 plus 2 equals to 5, where A and D equals to 1 and 4 equals to 5, because the D is the split house of A. They can't tell you everything. You'll have so many colors, you'll just put them together. So they give you the pieces and parts you need that lead you to the next association, knowing that there is 20. What is the 20? Hold on a second. Yes, it was the M through what's it called? Yes, just let me put that. There are 9 numbers. The 10 separation with 9 numbers. Okay, that they know that the heavens and the breath and the association of the life that beholds of the light of the burning candle, these take up numbers themselves. 9 is the association of the seed, you know, the one between 2 equaling to 3. Then you come in here, 3 with 6, 3 with 6, and 3 with 6. This proton, the neutron, the electron. And then there's another 6. Anyways, the total is 15, which equates to 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, 9 and 6. And what's crazy about that is if your vibration is between 5 and 1, and I wrote P, E, N, and then I put the 5, the 1 and the 5, you're going to read the word pen 15. And that word equals to 63. Imagine the male phallus, okay, in the pen 15 pronunciation is 63. 3 times 21, following of the cube. The female is 3 by 18, which is the movement of the cube, equaling to 54. The female position, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 5, 4 goes in between the 3, 6 in the connection. But what's crazy is it's the male that's supposed to go in between the 4, 5, if it was that. So something's a little bit backwards. Or therefore, besides that, it's not that. It's that what happens is that when the 5, 4 is about, right? Here's the 4 part. The opposite side is the 3 of the male. And then when it's the 5 part, right, the opposite side is the 2 for communication. So when you see the female part, it's talking about 2-3 communication.
Apparently, I'm a communicator. I'm a Gemini.
So you're here.
Yeah.
So you're a communicator, okay? your pole is at the greatest distance. When you're close to your sign, let me see who you're going to be with. Leo. Ooh, you're going to go 3, 4, 5. So you're always shooting to be on par. 3, 4, 5, right? Because you have a par 3, par 5, and a par 4. All right. And you know you can't get an eagle with this. There is no eagle on a par 3.
Aww.
Whoop. Do you think that's why the Americas honor the eagle?
I think I'm pretty humble. I don't really have too much of an ego. I can get a little bit of ego when I'm proud of my kids, but...
No, I said eagle.
Oh, eagle.
Eagle.
Okay.
You know why I said that?
Oh, because you're doing the golf thing. Yeah, okay. I see
17 and
now.
20.
Okay, correlate it with me for me now.
Okay. When you golf and you get an eagle is when you hit it 2 under par.
Yep.
Now, when you go to a par 3 and you hit it 2 under par, what happens? How many shots would it be?
None. What did you say again? You said if it... Repeat.
When I play golf and I'm on a par 3, okay, I want to get an eagle, right? An eagle is 2 under par. So when I'm on a par 3 and I hit the ball,
You gotta
okay,
get a hole in one.
there you go. That's why I can't get an eagle, because the hole in one replaces the eagle. Is it a keyhole? I don't know, but that that's the way I do my work. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I know it a little bit. I'm starting to learn your habits and how you do it. So yeah.
So would you call it a legal way of doing things? I mean, it's just a game and it's just association. Is it valid? I mean, it is true. I only want the truth, what everybody will agree on.
Well, whatever's the higher score is what you want to keep, right?
Oh, when you're talking about golf?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't care about golf.
I know. I'm kind of correlate that with the number with what you're talking about. Because you said that the 3 or you have to get a hole in one, which makes it an eagle, but it is an eagle or is it a hole in one?
It's both, but they don't use it. It is an eagle, but the eagle's called a hole in one. So it has a sub.
Okay.
That's the way you have to call. I mean, that's the way I would call it. So maybe the eagle and the hole in one, they go together, but you never get to see the eagle. Nobody talks about the eagle. Number 30 is the eagle. And in French, it's aigle. A-I-G-L-E. Very important. That's when they split the house and bring the birth into the Venus house. You know, one of my things is one of my things I like. I'm gonna complete this design after because I want to take a 2-minute break. But I'm gonna be looking for my rulers, and it's this design: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other thing was just this. When we count like this, I forgot to show this off earlier, right? This is the queen. See, when I run on this angle, when you're running on this angle, 1 up top, 2, 3. So you can see it goes 1, 2, 3, correct?
Yep.
But when I count the area in the center between here and here, if I connect these, I split this square in half.
Yeah.
Therefore, 1 and 3 are been separated by 2. So if I go 1, 2, this would be the Bat's mitzvah. And if I go 1 and 3, this would be the bar mitzvah. Don't forget the bar, or maybe walk the plank, right? I'm going to have to do that again anyways. 1, 2.
Have a drink at the bar.
They call it the 19th. The heart of Rubik's Cube, okay, is 18 plus 1. 1 is the control. The 1 controls 6. There are 12 to the edge. There are 6 to the heart. And then there is 8 to the corner. Corners are multiplications of 3. Edges are multiplications of 2. And centers are multiplications of 1. This is what they call, I think it's a hexahedron.
Dodecahedron?
No, the hexahedron is 2160. The dodeca is 6480, which is what is times 3 in order to create.
Okay.
And they're calling it the 5 platonic solids, but now I just learned the isoso something. Wait, the isoso, I think it's 86400 or something like this. But all this is it's the number of seconds in a day, which is what is 4 times what is the Earth cube. And just like I said before, we need more than one to play. I mean, you know what somebody said the other day, and I thought it made sense because I said this a long time ago, is where it's like Avatar, where the islands are here, and there's an island here, and there's an island here, and there's an island here. And then I look, hey, Niagara Falls, that must have been the island up there. Oh, now I see an island up there, down there. How do they connect those two together? There's water in between. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything's been connected through bridges.
Well, if you really think about it, if they take away all of the water and the oceans and rivers and everything, it's all connected way down below. Like all of the, like, I live in British Columbia and Vancouver Island is there. I mean, if you take all the water out, it's connected way down below. It's part of the land.
Oh, yeah. And when you look at the Great Lakes, have you ever looked at the Great Lakes? Yeah, so I showed you
Many
that piece.
times.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to get to the Great Lakes. I want to show you this piece. I got to take a 2-minute break, but I want to show you this piece. Right at the beginning of my project, it talked about Great Britain Union Jack. So I painted that on my floor. I mean, I repainted my whole floor, right? There's 2 pieces I didn't right at the end. I don't know why. I used to have a gumball and everything. This is Union Jack. It's holding that piece up there. That
Oh, yeah, the
happens.
one, then that circle thing you had. The
Right.
20.
Right. So this is the 7th gate. Union Jack represents also connecting the airwave between Libra and Gemini. It also connects. I'm just trying to think. Union is also an association that is that and Nibiru. It's also a connection to the cube. It's also a connection to 3 and 7 is a 10, so it connects the lower world with the upper world. And in Hebrew and in Greek, they use gamma gimel 7. And here in this language, we're using the C, so it shows you directly that it's in the breath through that association. Also, the C letter is when you associate 1 between 2, giving life like in an electrical box, adding the fuse to it, giving life to all the systems. Power up, right? When you look at that, that talks about your IQ. Even this, you see the letter H and I in there?
Mm-hmm.
The 8th and the 9th letter equals 17Q.
Oh, shoot. I got to get that call.
Okay, take the call. I'll bring you back up. 5-minute break. 5-minute break. 5-minute break. I just want to show one more piece on the wall. London Bridge is falling down, falling down. The A goes above the head. You are in between. Connecting the matrix is up between the left and the right hemisphere into the matrix in your mind. You're plugged in, Neo. We've got you there, Neo. Don't forget. Wear your hair to one side. See the plug that comes in to connect the left to the right? You just connect the ship up into the nose. This is what happened right now. You see that object right there? That black spot on the nose? That's the reason what 2020 was all about. It was about that. Is trying to figure out how to get into the lungs, okay, and then down into the hearts of both worlds, right? I was in the business in 1984 in the swine business. I'll tell you about another day. I did this before they did it. The two twin towers, the letter D, right? The splitting of the house. When they took down the communication center, they put up one building, 10 4, 104 floors. Do you know how many stories were in building 7? Anybody want to put some dots on my floor? Yeah, so we're going to take a 5-minute break, or maybe, you know what? We're only 2 here. You know what? Let's do this, okay? We're going to break until 3 o'clock. I am coming back at 3 o'clock. I'm going to highlight this last part, right? Oh, I just read Bad Lima. I'm just going to read a few things, just who's here. Put me in, coach. Seconds. Yes. So when we get to 444, everything changes. And remember, 444, right? 444, remind me to do that on 444, 333. And please come back. Please come back. Hurrah. So we're going to talk about that. And now I forgot about the other thing. Wow, I'm so slow. Let me look back and see what somebody said that awoken me. Vibes, edible, carry on. Soul Trap Moon. I don't know if you're still here. Oh yeah. Yes. It's I don't know if it's a Soul Trap Moon. I have to study exactly what it's saying. Sometimes I remember what it tells me, sometimes no. Other than that, according to the many years ago, we're living, the house is inside, right? The house is inside. We're inside the house, right? And possibly sun or moon, right? Because everything keeps saying we live, the encompassment on the outside says sun, and then the inside says moon. So I don't know how they associate that. And perhaps one of the big reasons to even have a sun is because we need to say the word sun and moon every single day. Oh, yes, one other part is 8. It is 8 times 1.5 equals to 12. So how are we associating, okay, the 8 corners of a cube in order to equate to a 12? So now I have to understand how the 12 is. Also, I spoke before about 12 and 13 coming together. When you count by ones, you create a half area space. This is the feminine. Here it's a full space. That's the masculine. There are 2 feminine in the world. There's 2 houses here and here, split by the masculine right over here. It splits the first house in half right over here between 1 and 2, and then it creates 2 individual houses. You can see up here 1 house, up here 2 houses. I'll show you how it looks a little bit different. Oh, photos. Wow, I got to move all my pictures over because it's for me to take 5 minutes out of your time. No. I should find it quicker than that, way quicker. It's not possible. It's just not possible. I look at this picture every single day for it not to be there. That is impossible. It's not possible. Wow, this is not possible. I think I went through 1,000 pictures. Sorry. This is reverse binary code. The heart shows what love might look like. When one side joins the other side and this side joins that side. Okay, at what point do they cross? They cross over here. When the crossing part of this one here, okay, will drag 9 into 1. We'll drag 7 into 3. Binary 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 16 and 16 is 32. 32 and 32 is 64. Here, it's a reverse. It tells you a number that you can't find. It's just the reverse of this number. It's 3, 2 instead of 1, 2. 3, 2 communication, alpha, beta, a half space. 2 half spaces. 3 between 2 is a half space and 1 between 2 is a half space. They both meet at 2. They split apart. 1 goes to 4, the other goes to 6. 6 goes over to 7, 13. 4 goes over to 3, 7. 7, 13 between connecting the upper and the lower through binary. Here's the binary. But I need to take I need 10 minutes. So I don't want anybody to sit here. If you're write something out, ask me a question. I'm going to continue on here. I'm not like the magic guy. My stuff is usually all over the place. I'm going to continue on where I was if you can keep up. But when you're counting by 1, 2, 3, you're counting by half areas. 1, 3, 5, 7. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's the way we count. Something else I wanted to go over. I hope I got it right. This is out of Mr. Magician's school. Let me tell you who it was. You want to check something out? This is what we got to do to my work. This gentleman has that algorithm of life. This is the machine at work. Now, I do not know, I haven't studied enough to know if everything I have in here is there. Because there are things that change around. When you fool around with a word like the word horse runs the mile with 1/5. They say they run this piano with something to do with the fifths. And then the 3 pedals, there's 88 keys, 3 pedals. Well, there's 3 mothers. Then there's 88 and 3 is 91, which creates a spirit. There's 88 constellations. There's 91 connects the lower with the upper. 88 is just a doorway. It's 2 doors. 2 doors. Show me the Vatican doors on January 25th for the Jubilee. Four, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. When you count, like when you do it, connect it, you connect these 3 with these 3, all these 3 right here with 1 in the center. Then what you'll do is you'll connect this one over here. You'll connect it, okay, with this one in the center. These 2 will both be the centers, and you'll create a cube out of this door. It'll create a power source. Even up above, they show the omega right over here. See the way they show a joint over here? Even when I use Microsoft, when I create a circle at Microsoft, they won't let me make a perfect circle, or they don't let it happen to be a perfect circle. They show you 4 different edges in the circle, and the 4 edges are not the same. There's 2 alike over here, and there's 2 alike over here. It's like really weird. I wonder if I can show it. They changed it all around. I don't really know this one so well. I didn't know the other one so well either. So let's see if they change this on me. So here's the circle. Right? Here's the circle. So I'm going to pull it in the corner. And what's funny, if I pull it here, it goes that way. Okay? If I pull it here, it goes that way. But when I pull it here, it's equal in all directions. See that? Equal in all directions. Why? Why is that happening? The other thing I want to talk about is that when I create a design, the squareness is because we're going to do this to it and make it wider, or we're going to do this to it and make it longer, or turn it on it, okay, by pulling it down. What does this show you? It shows you this. Let me explain it. Do you see this right over here? When it's like this, it's up and down. When it's like this, it's side to side. So this has showed me, how can I explain this? Wow, I need to explain this. Well, let's get into something else. Going around this cube, there's 4 sides. 2 sides here, 2 sides here. When I touch them, it's going to say 52. When I touch them, it's going to say 43. 2 poles of 77, and then the up and down pole of 7. 7 and 77. So when you go T or TT, you want to get a darker color, a tint, you want to say black. You tint, you darken, right? Do you take away to darken? How did it work with musical notes? I don't remember. I said Norse for horse, and that we can change the H with the N. The difference between the N and the H is this is 4 times 2, and this is 7 times 2. This one is going to produce the passageway of this gate. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 is 8 and 6. Although you won't understand everything, equaling to 14N, 2 times 4, 8H. Why do I say this? There's 2 numbers we have to look at, A and B. It creates C. When we create C, okay, A moves into C. A goes into B, creating C. Now we need the alternate side. They split the house. So it's ABC 6, it's BCD 9, and this is where your 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, 6 and 9 create the house. ABCD equals J. And this is where the house comes in under the breath of Christ. And on that note, it's in the air we breathe. One of the reasons for that is the name Jesus is number 74. And in the 5th harmonic, 5, 14, 23, 32 equals to 74. I'll show you that later, and tell me to relate it to the roulette board on the floor. Peace. How does the trap moon work? We're going to have to talk about that in another time, because it's not how it works. It's the entire algorithm is what will say how it's working, how it's trapping, what it's doing. I will tell you that there's that the movement has to do with the game of chess, and I think it's the horse that moves in 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is when you're going around this calculator and you want to avoid the center here, you go start here, you go over 2 and up to 6, 7. You start at 2, you go over 1 up to 11. You go over 1 up to, right? Oh, sorry, you go up 2 over 1, 11. You go up 1 over 2, 13. So this is the association of joining every single house. And this is what I believe the way they're doing this. And it's done with a 64 cubic, a 4x4x4. It's done within the Trinity. And that's why 444 by 71 equals to 284. As well, 4x4x4x4 is 1776. And 13 by 4x4x4 is what is a reflection of the year 2012, or what is 5772, beginning portal to 5775, end of portal. And then all we're doing is, once you get into the gate, you have to finish the race, and that race is the 12 zodiac signs, and it ends in 2027. 12 years from 2012 is from 2015 is 2027. The reverse alphabet of 15 is 12. 12 and 15 equals to 27, representing the house of creation. time ending, relevant, and equal to what is the year 1929. And I'm hoping that I can come up and remember where that piece is and why 1929, the year of the DEP, DEP recession. No, I didn't get my coffee, but I definitely am. Okay, I don't know which coffee you're talking about yet, but yes, I'm going for coffee. Going to go for eat. I'm taking a half an hour. I got to take a half an hour. I would just followed this gentleman before. For those who are new, with this gentleman's system that is up here. I mean, I can stay for another few minutes if there's questions. That's fine. But just to talk here and keep sharing why, what goes with what, and why, what the association is. One associates Mercury. One associates Aries. One is the heart of what 8 that goes around, in which what is 9? 9 is the association of all that is 9. Okay? 9 is what is inside of Mars. The birth is in Mars. If you measure 9 up against the 7th gate, the answer is going to be 428571 when you divide it. Otherwise, it's 142857. Anything divided by 7, right? And you can look it up. Is going to equal to what is a multiple of 142857. And if you notice, in each one of them, there is not going to be something. And what is there not going to be something of? There's not going to be any 3, any 6, or any 9. And that means there is no mutable sign. The other thing about this is when you add up all the numbers, right? There's only going to be 6 numbers, and they're going to add up to 27. So the 6 numbers of 27 is going to equal to, I think, 162. Did I do that right? 27 times 6, 120 and 42, 162. Okay. 6 times 6 times 6 will give you the same numbers. It's a moon association. It's part of the vibration that we run with. 666 is 18. It's high, breaking the platform into 3. The compass, the 9, the 12, the 90 degrees, the 180 degrees, the angle of 12, 120 degrees on ice. Hey, Liam, how you doing? E for energy. So MC squared. Do you want me to tell you the way I see MC squared? Yesterday, I liked my video yesterday, and I can't remember everything. That's why I call everyone that joins this game channel to be the RAM, to be the memory, the VIF memory, the live memory, that we come back on the spur, that we can look into our head faster than any machine that we have to type out in our own thoughts. Yeah, MC squared. M is 1,000. C squared is 100 is 10,000, makes it 11,000. So MC squared can be 11. M and C equals to 13 and 3, which is another rung, just like the 13 goes to 23. The expansion of 3 and 13 is there when 1 and 2 meet, equaling to 3. What is third? What is the end of your ABC? When we go into the teacher. And we go into the teacher, the beginning of the teacher begins at 4th. It goes to from 4th, and then we get 5th, and 6th, and 7th, and 8th, and 9th, and 10th, and 11th, and 12th. After that, it's not the same, because you come into the teenage. And 4 through 12 is 3, 6, it's 9 areas, 9 numbers. And this is going to be related to the 7th gate when you put the relationship now into the game of pool, where you have 9 solids, and you have 1 through 7 stripes. In the game of pool, there's 16 balls. There's 1 cue ball that you both use. There's the 8 ball, and then all the color balls. And we can do that later. Somebody wants to come up. I can do that. Oh, yeah, I'll bring you up if you want to hold on while I go take my 15-minute break. If you want to hold.
Me.
What's
Did you
that?
get your tea yet?
No, I didn't do nothing because I have a big mouth. I can't shut up. My mind doesn't
You're
stop.
easily distracted. I know.
Who, me? Ma. No, no.
You're
You know what
easily
my mother
distracted
said?
by your own mind. Where
My mind. I'm trying to mind
was
my
I?
own business.
Well,
Everybody's
that's why
trying.
we're here to help you. Now I'm back. There's your ruler.
So wait, no, I have this ruler and this ruler. You know, I have this, right? I have this.
I never really used those in school. Didn't know how to do them because I don't do numbers. That's why I'm here
It's
to learn from
because
you.
of the art. Well, listen, you know what I learned? One of my things I learned in school was about stickmen, right? That are alphabet is just a whole bunch of it's a skeleton alphabet, meaning that every letter is only part of what the story actually is of the letter. The letter is what it is for a reason. It just didn't become a letter
It's
like
like
that.
seagulls, or is that what they're called? Seagulls or little paintings like they do in the walls in cavemen. They're all just
I think I'm going to come out here like this now. You know what this tells me?
superhero mask.
I'm the Birdman. Doo-doo-doo.
The
Tomorrow, I come in with a cow.
bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. The bird is a word.
Help! Help! Security! Security! Something spicy must be the Mexican food. I don't know. Woo. But at least it's easy to eat vegan. You know what I'm saying?
No pescatarian. You're close though.
What does that mean, pescatarian?
Seafood. I went vegetarian first, and I've been trying to do vegan, and I went no, I can't. I love my dairy and cheese, so I eat seafood. Once in a blue moon, I will eat like chicken, but beef and pork are just yuck.
And listen, if I can call the chicken by its name and feel love to it, then I can eat it.
Aw.
You listen, if you don't make love to your animals, you can't eat them.
Oh,
Well,
kind of
how
love
do
you
you send it?
talking
I mean,
about,
what's that?
kook? What kind of love you talking about, you kook?
Well, when my cat purrs out and starts screaming and yelling she wants to eat, I go to the store and I give her food. When my cat says my litter box is dirty, I clean it. Now I'm on a routine. She doesn't have to say a word. I'm cleaning the box, I'm getting her food, she doesn't have to speak. That kind of love.
I see.
Animal love, you have to understand that, I mean, for me, that when you own a business, if you have a car, a refrigerator, a carpet, the clothes you wear, for the labor that you put in to achieve everything you have, you must give it love. Okay? It doesn't take care of itself. Your clothes aren't saying, okay, clothes, go wash up. I got to put you back on.
You're right. Yep.
That doesn't happen. Unless you're like me, Ma, I need a new pair of underwear. I mean, there you go, you know? Oh my God, my father's coming in. You wearing my underwear? Oh, not me. Mom's washing your underwear.
Responsibilities. Grow up.
Okay, so that's good. You said something very important.
Oh, response.
Respect.
Respond to your abilities.
This is where I try to understand the association amongst different letters. Wow, they changed the whole bottom of my box here, right? Wow, that was really weird. Yeah, this is like when I see the three letters RES, pecked, RES, pond. And then I'm going to go to ponder. And the ponder are the thoughts. The thoughts are within the water, within the lake, and they're floating in the pond.
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody says to you, tell me something, and you're in a trend of thought where what you're thinking is not a finished, it is not a processed, finished thought, you cannot share that thought honestly because you might change your mind. So if you say to somebody something when you're so excited, instead of just being quiet, okay? Because this is where you put your foot in your mouth, okay? And it goes along with the bamboo shoots in the foot. You know what I'm saying? By talking for no reason because people expect us to say, so, oh, you're not fair, you're not telling me. Or you say it in such a way that you want them to see it the way you're feeling it. And some people can't, and they don't even have the capacity to get into that vibration to try and get into your whatever world you're living and why are you living in this world. And this is where we are right now. We're not coming out to like when I created this, there was a reason for creating this. When I sit it on the table, it has this. But if I use it, it's like a bridge. So what this is here is if I split this in half, I split it in half, right? And I go ahead and
You lose your ruler again.
Grandpa, where did you do? Did I stand up?
Nope.
Didn't stand up, and I lost it.
You bent over and we're looking on the ground though.
Whoa, whoa! No one heard that, right? Skirt.
You are not, are you?
God. So the letter C begins the alphabet, okay, and the W is the expansion of the corridor of the reverse alphabet. Do you understand?
You know what
that?
you just said? You just made me something else correlates because you said W expansion. Is it like a full bifold door? The W
Yeah, I
visually
guess
looks
you
like a
can say
bifold
that.
door. So it opens and closes.
Oh, wait a second. This is the inside door, 23. No. This, okay. Wow. Okay. No. The expansion is with CX because that's the expansion alphabet, which reaches to what is its, the reverse alphabet of C. It's not that. It's between its own, how can I say it? On the same side of the house where 3 is 23 before it gets to 24. So it hasn't made it to the other side. So by the time it makes it to its own side, there are 9, I think it's 9 and 9. Let me see. There's a total of 20. Okay. 19, is it 19? I think this is where the cube fits in. Hold on a second. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. So that's 17? No. That's what? D 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's 19. There's 19 spaces. That is absolutely perfect. We can run the cube in there. And not only that, the cube will shift. The cube's going to move between 323 and 424. That's what's going to happen. It's going to rock in that area because 3 and 4 are the same string. They run the same corridor. 43, 23, and 24. 23.5 times 2 is 47. That's the Trump age. That's the God age we're in. Number 1, number 10, 19, 28, 37, anything that adds up with 2 numbers to 1, it's a checkerboard. The odd numbers create one harmonic. The even numbers create another
Can you
harmonic.
slow that down for me? Teach that to me again because I have been running into 10 quite a bit when I've been doing my numbers together. Like with a lot of things that have been happening, they have been popping into that lately, as well as the triple numbers. But
so the triple numbers is gonna. I mean, here's one section of numbers, 2, 3 section of numbers. When you have a triple numbers, you have 6 numbers left over. If they're the same numbers, I'd have to see it. I don't always remember.
yeah, I'm a bus driver, and we go by the minute, actually by the second. And every once in a while, I look over to see how many minutes I got or how many minutes I'm behind. Like I could be like a minute and 20 behind or 30 seconds behind, but randomly I would look over to see how far I'm behind, and I was hitting 1, 1, 1, 2s, 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 3s, 3s, 3s.
Okay, all
day
irrelevant to
yesterday.
the ocean. It's a set. It's
Oh,
a,
really?
yeah. I'm gonna show. Let me hold on a second. I want to see if I got that. 111 equals one.
But it also
111.
equals like somebody says angel numbers too, right?
Oh wait, six. Yes, it's no. Okay, in the piano, they use number six to connect the two harmonics together. The two vibrations are split between this. It's the they in one of the expressions. It's the cube between the 360-degree mark when looking at 111. I believe that the higher you go in numbers, the more you expand out on both sides. When you get to 333, stop. 444, stop, because you flipped everything over. 555, you now
Oh,
connect the heart of everything, which is what is 5 times 71
I'm just
equals.
ascending, I guess.
Sorry about that. I caught this call. 71 is not 71. Would you like me to tell you what it is?
8?
No, it's 60 and 11.
What?
Can you remind me of that after? I really need to
Oh,
take
that's
15
right.
minutes.
Okay.
I need 15 minutes. I might walk down to the
Yep.
store and get a coffee. So do you want
Yeah,
to
you
run
go
it?
take a break.
Or does everybody just say, hey, I'm going to come back in let's say 30 minutes? Is that good for everybody? I mean,
I'm on my half break here, so I won't be here long. So yeah, I'll have to go out.
so what time do you come back later?
Not till like 3 o'clock,
What time is it now? What'd you say?
noon.
Okay, so you're 3 hours apart. You must be somewhere where we're 180 minutes. So you're half a time zone. So
Yeah.
so that's why when people fly 5, 6 hours, which is like 1/4 of the day, they separate themselves from the from your spirit connect. The cat is that representation. When I take the cat and put it in a cage into the car, she don't want to go. She knows. She don't want to go into the water, and even the association of communication, 10-4, is also part of the representation of the cat. But I've been doing this for 6 hours now, so I have to.
You're getting distracted again.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm like whoa ho. I'm like
You
woo.
need your break.
Yeah. So thank everybody for
Have
being
something
here.
to
If you
eat
want
too.
what's that?
Get something to eat too.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, but usually when I
Yeah.
eat, what happens is when I'm flowing, I have my whole body working with me. When I
That's
eat,
good.
so I just like to eat like once a day, and two little snacks, because or a protein shake or something, because
Same
I
here.
feel my memory connection, the microprocessing, doesn't go as well. And this is one of the things. Oh yes, I wanted to show is that here and here, right? Is this it? Here. Okay, that's it. You see that?
Yeah.
And I take this away. Now I need my third ruler. Let's take this. I take my third ruler here, right? No, I had something else I had. Hold on a second.
You playing Masonic stuff?
I had my hexahedron. Oh, here it is. This is my other one. I take this here and I put it here. I take the next one, I put it here. Hold on, let's not use this one. Let's hold on a second. Okay, here, I got it here. This is perfect. I'm gonna make my own ruler. Look, a ruler. I must be the boss. Call Pharaoh. We're gonna pharaoh the lands. What do you mean? I want to build the cities. Malcetes is on vacation.
You need to change your thought pattern on it. It's not a ruler, it's a straight line.
Straight line.
There you go.
Straight line. Hold on. Wow. There's a song that came out that has a story about a straight line, and it will tell a story about other things in a straight line. This is where Lilith comes out. Lilith is right here. I mean, if you want to see her, like, she's right there. You see all those lines, the hash marks? That's where Lilith hangs out with the hash.
Yep.
So if Lilith hangs out with the hash, half the hash has been processed in order to get the element off for the football game. In which they put all those tires in the field. It just looks like it's hash all over the place. But the hash marks, you know what I'm saying? But truthfully, it works out. It's a hash mark. You know what I'm saying?
You know, if you really think about it, that's a Masonic symbol, eh?
Yes.
I don't know too much about it, but I mean, that's I know that the triangle and that kind of thing
So
we were putting
what
together.
we're gonna do here? Oh, maybe I can screw it together. I should make a real one. I will make a good one, but right now I'm going to make this. I don't know how it's going to set up at the end. Although I'm working on this 12 years, I'm hoping one day there's going to be others that are going to be able to associate and understand what's going on. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say that. That's a terrible remark. I'm talking tired. So here. So do you remember the picnic table?
Yep.
So the picnic table is here. The 7 is on one side, right? You see the 7 on one side. You see the F on the other side. So we can open the gate. See the way they open the gate? Because there's one on this side, and there's supposed to be one on this side. And that's the Masonic symbol. They can open the gate. We can also run the protractor. This is 716, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. It's the ace letter that splits the house. If you take a look at the A letter, it's a B and a C coming together, or it looks like it. Okay, half an hour.
Okie dokie.
Ciao, everybody. Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.